Whoa, what's up? Today's video is on Urban Meyer, who gets a 3-game fucking slap on the wrist after knowing that his assistant head coach was beating the sleeves off of his wife. Urban Meyer quickly jumped out. I had no knowledge of the abuse, but that was his first fuck up because his ex-wife came out and said, "Oh, you knew about it because me and her was friends." And as soon as she showed me the text messages, which the investigation have, y'all, the text messages and alarming pictures, let's see if that's gonna drop like everybody else pictures drop or video of LaShawn, Ray Rice, LaShawn McCoy, or whoever. Let's see if these videos and pictures drop because it seemed like law enforcement have a way of dropping them. Let's see if somebody dropped these. I bet you they never fucking drop. But let's stay on to the story. His ex-wife said, "Oh, you fucking knew. You knew exactly what happened because I showed your ass the goddamn texts and pictures. My bad, y'all." And at the same time, to make her look bad, look what the investigators said. She's not credible. That way they can throw her out and feel better about getting his ass 3 games for knowing about his assistant head coach beating the fuck out his wife. He probably beat him while you was at the house. You probably was down there having a beer while he was fucking his wife up. And where the hell is Me Too in them? That lets you know that that's a fake ass distraction movement. They was a fucking distraction movement because y'all ain't coming out for this. With Urban Meyer knowing about this shit and his assistant head coach, even if you take Urban Meyer out of the equation, where the fuck is Me Too at talking about this assistant head coach who been beating his wife for fucking decades, probably since Florida State. Matter of fact, I think he got he been arrested 4 times for domestic violence, you dig? If I'm not mistaken. Either way, he been arrested a few times for it, and he still kept his job. And did any of us hear about it? No, because Florida or wherever the fuck he was at swept that shit under the rug, you dig? And everybody talking about on ESPN, they defending them and FS1. Skip Bell is fucking defending them. People don't really know what happened. We can't say and this, that, and the third helping up for them. So y'all know you ain't gonna hear about this story next week. This shit about to get swept under the rug, just like they do with Brian Cushing, that steroid head. A player for the Houston Texans, but that's another fucking story. You don't hear about them steroid heads either. But fuck that. Beyond college, what about criminal charges? You're a fucking accessory to assault to me. If this was Bill Cosby or anybody else, they'll be looking back to see when he first struck the woman. When the fuck did Urban Meyer first find out about it, since he didn't know? And look what the investigators, the ones who said that the wife is not credible so they can throw her statement out and give him his 3 games, guess what they said? Meyer made misstatements. It's not a cover-up. Y'all can read that down there. Meyer made misstatements, not a cover-up. What kind of fucking investigator comes to a conclusion like that? Think about this, y'all. This is an interesting thought. In a prostitution sting, sometimes they'll dress the cop up, the female cop up, to go out there and walk up to the car. Let's say she walk up to the car and say $20. And the man said, "Oh, okay." And she gets in the car. And then they run up and arrest him. And the man says, "Oh, well, she said $20. I said, okay. I didn't know she meant sex." Did he misstated that? You know damn well he know what she meant. But that's a misstatement, huh? That's a goddamn misstatement. We know goddamn well he was about to pay $20 to do what he had to do, but that could be considered a misstatement. But do you think if my black ass went to a courtroom and said some shit like that, it'll be thrown out or something? Oh man, Brian had a misstatement, you know. Or if I say, "Yeah, I'll do it for the 20. Let's say I responded, "Oh, I'll do it for the 20, you know. Yeah, it's good." I could quickly say, "Man, I ain't know. I thought she needed a lift from here to there for the 20. You know what I'm saying? That's misstatements, quote unquote. But you know damn well that's just a little courtroom move. So what kind of investigators did they have, y'all? That's what that bringing to question. Who are these quote unquote investigators of this shit? Because I wonder if they the same ones who was ready to throw Maurice Claret out or Troy Smith. You know how these college players, they should have followed him all the way to the NFL. Reggie Bush had to give back his Heisman while we watched Pete Carroll win Super Bowl after fucking Super Bowl, though, huh? He got to walk away scot-free. I guess Reggie Bush came up with an elaborate plan to pay himself to go to school and play football, huh? He set the system that USC not only used for him, but a whole lot of fucking players. Matt Leinart and all of them got to walk scot-free, huh? But he got to give up his Heisman. But Johnny Cokehead Manziel ain't got to give up. That shit ain't even in the discussion. Y'all think they gonna make Manziel give up a motherfucking Heisman? Hell nah. They could find coke on his nose tomorrow at a Browns game, you know, or wherever he at today, a Canadian League game, because I don't hear him talking about how he been fucking up over there in Canada either, after all of them was rooting for him. He might make the big comeback. Now I don't hear that shit no more after he was fucking up at that game, but I'm digressing and shit. Man, look. Thank y'all for subscribing. Whoever's still listening, if you got a problem with curse words, get the fuck out of here, you dig? If you got a problem with my accent, get the fuck out of here, you dig? None of that shit matters. Once again, y'all holler at me.